Hey, take two, everyone. We're live with
Live, we're normal.
Yeah.
We're normal. We're in secret society.
Oh my god! I fucking removed the thing from my schedule. You fucking.
There are federal agents outside my house.
Ruby, I had to fucking remove it from my schedule because I deleted it. Okay, never mind. That's good now. Never mind. Nothing. Anyway, we're just talking about all the secret societies that we're in, like the Masons and Scientology.
Not that one. We're not fucking libertarians.
I'm in the Freemasons, but it's MESON.
I'm in the Masons. I'm in the Masons of French Housing Society.
Oh, that's great. Good joke. Good joke. Great joke.
Great joke, me. Great joke, me. Great joke. You are normal. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm in the Amish Society.
You're in the Amish Society?
Yeah. I'm out here in Amish.
What's it like? What's it like in Amish? I never went to Amland.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
I live in Auckland.
Why? Why not? Why can't you tell me?
Omland is the new best place on the planet.
You don't.
I'd love to live in Auckland.
Do you not trust me? You don't trust me to leak out the Amish secrets? Amish?
I just can't tell you.
This is so fucked up.
There's a reason why that nobody uses technology here.
I'm part of the secret scientific organization studying all of Ruby's behaviors.
Yeah.
I want to make jokes, but like I can't. So, because then I have to restart the stream again.
Oh, okay.
God
Well,
damn it.
Okay, here I'm just gonna say we're live on Twitter.
we're live on Twitter.
Shit, yeah, Periscope, baby. You know that's getting shut down.
Thank
Oh,
God.
really?
Yeah, Periscope's shutting down.
What if they hold on concept?
Uh huh.
What if they switch the meanings of gout and grout?
Why?
Yeah, what if? What does that mean?
What the fuck is Ruby?
Yeah, I gotta clean my tile gout.
Uh-huh.
Uh huh.
These are advanced words. I don't think I know them.
You don't need a dictionary for these kind of words.
Grout is the funny concrete between tiles.
I see.
Grout is like the opposite of clout. It's like what you build. Yeah. Exactly. Like you want clout. You don't want grout unless you want to get in with the monsters. Those are the people who like it.
Yeah, negative.
Yeah.
Grout is
Negative followers.
those people who have like who have like 1,000 followers but have like a locked account on Twitter, and they don't say that follower requests are okay, and they don't accept follow requests. Those people have grout.
Yeah, those people grout.
Those people are like the no-notes ghost of like Twitter follower counts.
Yeah, like sometimes I see like accounts that have like thousands of followers and they're blocked, and I'm just like, what is this?
What happened here?
I feel like 80% of the time that happens, it's like some popular person online who like you didn't hear about got called out a week ago.
Or it's like they moved accounts and they just left that old one up with all its followers.
Or it's like the most normal person in the world.
I would do
Although
that.
I'm not sure you're normal if you. Well, I guess if you.
No, you know what? You can't have over 1,000 Twitter followers and still be normal.
It's true.
Starts to poison your brain right around the 1K mark.
It's true. That's exactly what happened to me.
I am thinking about that post. You know, the one about having 1,000 Twitter followers.
Yeah.
Gay people. You know the one.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say it on stream.
Oops, can't say that, too powerful.
You just can't say that too powerful.
Your files are too powerful.
Oops, can't say that too powerful. It's my favorite phrase in the world now.
You can't say that too powerful.
I would like to formally request that all my friends be nice to me and never
Oh.
break my heart.
Oh shit! Wait.
What?
Vivian Dev, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna be honest. I was lying back in my chair, like, we're just gonna let the stream run for a little bit before we start playing
We're just gonna...
Hussey's new funny game.
The problem is
And I had
that,
to quickly like bolt up and check OBS to see what happened. But thank you, Vivian Dev, for the follow. It's much appreciated.
The problem is that like without any stimulation, my like comedic centers begin to rot. I'm only funny reactively.
I'm just like,
That's not true.
that's one
Ruby,
that's
all the funniest things you've said have come out of absolute fucking left field.
yeah.
Absolutely not. Like the funniest.
Except for what
thing
about dunces?
Okay, that is the funniest thing I said, and that was reactive. That's the thing. Like my best jokes are only reactive.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Can we do the what about Dunce's bit like live stream?
No,
I don't know if we can
we
never
can't.
recapture that energy.
we can't. You know what we are gonna do?
Hmm?
We're gonna play
Funny video game.
We're gonna play Psycholonials. That's what we're gonna do. Let's get on it.
For the best that we don't like try and redo that bit. It was
It's like-
kind of like a 5-minute bit.
We can never recapture that energy.
Okay.
It's not gone because it lives on in our hearts
Nope.
forever, but like we can't give it to other people.
I need to move that. There we go. Okay. This story is not suitable for minors.
Oh hey, you have to stream?
Oh, I have to stream to you fuckers.
Yeah, to the gamers.
The gamers in the
You know
chat.
every streamer has like bits. Your bit, Freya, is gonna shape up to be just the fact that you like never let us see the game that we're in call like helping you.
Simply guess the colors. I had many colors on my
Guess
Hey
screen.
Freya,
Say-
hey Freya, next stream can you play the impossible quiz?
Oh my god, please. Please.
I do
please.
wanna. I mean, it's hard because a lot of those Flash games don't work anymore. But
No,
I.
Freya, you know what you actually should do a stream of? You already did the fucking like GeoCities archive stream. You need to download that one Flash game emulator that's loaded with like fucking half of like Congregate and Addicting Games' library and just fucking dive through it.
I would
We
love to
definitely
do
have
that.
The impossible game there. Can we please play the impossible quiz?
Yes.
I would love to play the impossible quiz.
Can we play the impossible game, the Xbox 360 arcade game?
Oh yeah.
We
Oh
can,
yeah, definitely.
you know what we
Yeah,
can
I
do?
think we can
Hey,
play Fantasy
hey,
again.
you fuckers! You know what we could do? We could play the fucking game we're streaming.
Okay,
sounds
let's play
boring.
Psycholonials.
Oh wait, shit! It's on a chapter. It's on a. I need to load the chapter. There we go.
We're on chapter 1
In
now.
the summer that isn't.
All right, chapter 5.
That's an icon. Oh no.
Chapter 5 of Psycholonials. Yeah, this is chapter
Well,
four
here
point.
we go.
That sword of Damocles is getting pretty low.
Chapter
That
4.5.
title's getting pretty on point.
In this chapter, we're gonna write our own story. Oh, that's I didn't know that fades by itself. I've always been skipping through it.
Well,
The next
how's
day.
this going?
The next
Yeah.
I
day.
Run
guess they
that
fucking
license
hid out
plate.
in there all night.
So hang on.
I forgot what happened the next day, or
We-
the day before.
We should quickly sum up what happened last time for the people and person in call who might have not been there for chapter 4 or can't remember. Last time, some horse gender shit. That wasn't super important, but it was important. Everyone is continuing. Our two main characters, Z and Abby, are continuing to scam Abby's parents and moving all of their
Do
assets into
horrible
Bitcoin.
crimes.
The hallucinates a bit. Sets up Percy to come to the islands. If you remember Percy, that was the simp from chapter 1. Then Percy gets arrested because Z accidentally sent Percy's photo to the 911 operator when she had called in about the cop murder. And so Z, in response, rams the police car, kills the cops inside, hides out in an abandoned restaurant, baptizes Percy with blood, and then they make out.
Mhm.
Which, now that I say it out loud, sounds like it's starting to ramp
We're having a
up.
great time here.
Mhm.
Normal.
And it's only gonna get better, guys. It's only gonna get better. Okay. I'm gonna need other people to read out characters again, because otherwise my
Are we
throat
gonna
will
keep on the
dry
same
out.
ones we were already doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
It
know.
wasn't Z.
You were
Going on.
Abby.
And I was also Percy.
Yeah, we can probably divide up Percy if anyone... Does anyone else want to be Percy?
How Republican can
You
anyone
ha-
else in here sound?
You have to sound
Wait.
like the bread and oil enjoyer, but
Well,
Republican, which
Republic-
is what I was doing.
Percy isn't a Republican, he's just pretending to be a
Well,
Republican.
no, but he's apparently like highly capable of voice acting an elderly Republican, which means we know how his voice sounds.
He sounds like the bread and oil enjoyer, I assume.
I don't think I can do that role. I don't think I can do that.
Okay,
What's the guy? The
Here.
guy who sounds like this. You know, Croc from
like
Croc.
Zavala. Okay, you know what? You just do Percy. I will start narrating. We might have more characters come in. Who knows? You couldn't go back to Abby's house after your second and third cop murders of the year, and Abby couldn't exactly stay where she was either. The police would surely be knocking on her door again soon, especially considering it was her Bentley that was used to ram the car of the slain officers. So you rented an Airbnb close to your old restaurant and walked there once it was dark. Abby drove to meet you at the house, which is where you're staying now until you can think of a better plan.
This footage is showing up everywhere. Everywhere I look. It's so surreal. How did we even get here, Z?
We got here because these shitheads don't know when to stop pushing it. I know that footage makes it look like I'm just icing these cops like a hardened criminal, but could I just remind everybody that this only started because a cop almost murdered me in cold blood? I was just defending myself that night, and that's all I was doing yesterday too. I was defending Purse too because he didn't do shit. Well, I mean, aside from helping us rip off your parents, but that's a victimless crime anyway.
He just started chilling.
Yes. What does he look like?
You're. He's kind of a non-person, is the thing. Yeah, you're right. It's not even that you're wrong about any of that. It's just, god damn, we're in so much trouble now.
Oh, well, yeah. The cat is pretty much out of the fucking bag now, isn't it? There's really no denying it anymore now that the footage has made the rounds in the media. They're in a frenzy over it. I'm thinking of just coming clean and telling our fans the original story.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Abby, have you even seen the discourse around this? Like, obviously corporate media is painting me as a bad guy, but everyone else, like the people who actually matter to our movement, they're talking about me like some kind of folk hero. This mishap is actually incredibly good for business. Just like it was when the news story came out linking me to the first dead cop. It's not even like I planned this shit, but it turns out waging war against the police is entirely compatible with the brand we're building here.
I know that. Can you just see where I'm coming from, though? I'm just scared about what could happen to us. Like, we're in so deep with these money crimes, too. What if they find out about that?
Oh, Abby, they did find out. That's why the cops busted Percy, remember?
I thought they busted him because he sent them a photo of him once.
No. I mean, okay, yeah, but that was an accident. Like, yes, Percy, I should have mentioned one time I fucked up and accidentally let a photo of you slip, but I didn't give him your name or anything. It was an innocent mistake. So maybe that's why they busted you. Who can even really say at this point? Anyway, I made a daring risky attempt to kill your captors, and now you're here, so everything's cool, right? We're cool? Like, I said this last time, but I think it's interesting that Z is in, like, this full character render, and Percy is always in sprite form.
Exist.
Percy is like a less real in this shot.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Did the cops find out about our Bitcoin scams or not?
I mean, probably not. I doubt it actually. But when you think about what crime is even being committed? To be honest, on paper, it really just looks like a father has been working with his daughter to buy a bunch of bitcoins, and the money just wound up in a family account, your account. If they want to prove a crime was committed, I guess they can try. But from where I'm standing, it looks like cop murder caught on tape is a crime they're prepared to take a lot more seriously.
Yeah, which doesn't actually make me feel much better. I can't even go back to my house now. What about my horse? I need to feed him.
Don't worry about Dave Hoof. We'll figure out a way to get that boy fed. I'll make sure he's the fattest horse on the island after all is said and done. I'm working on solutions to all of this.
Not to doubt your master plan, but what could possibly be the solution to this? Are you gonna use our billions to buy off the police?
No way. I'm not giving the cops a fucking dime of our hard-earned money. My plans were already in the works way before yesterday's incident. Is there music? Hold on. Is there music that's supposed to be playing right now?
I don't know.
Because, like, I can't hear anything.
Can you like save and then like go to?
There
like,
we
a
go.
place
There
earlier
was
in the game?
music.
Oh, there was music.
Yeah, but now and we couldn't hear it, but now we can.
I see. Yeah, now I can hear it. I really enjoy how much Z is like, oh, I have plans all the time. I'm planning.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like a certain
I don't
character.
I don't doubt her.
Some kind of character from some sort of
Yeah, this
property.
this bitch has what is it? Leads in the furnace?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Leads in the furnace. That's right.
Um,
I have so much iron in the furnace.
I wish you'd actually let me in on all your secret plans. I'm your partner in crime. You're supposed to be able to trust me.
I do trust you, Abs. I just don't always want to overwhelm you with too much information. You've been doing great, so about you. Blah, blah, blah. That's first time I fucked up on this one. We have the counter going. Cool. You've been doing so great with your dad. It would be a shame to clutter your head with new things to worry about.
Well, now my head is really cluttered because of certain police assassinations taking place in broad daylight, captured on videos which are now going viral. So can you just tell me what's going on?
You'll see. We're gonna get some help soon. This is actually why I had Purse come yesterday. I'll need a hand coordinating this.
What do you mean help? Oh, no, your cough is getting worse. I really hope it's not...
I'm sure it's not that. Just been pushing too hard, shooting cups, scurrying around, catching a little cold, that's all. Besides, I've been checking my toes out every day. Not a single COVID toe in sight.
I don't think that's really an indication of anything. I'd suggest you get tested, but...
Man, even people who aren't fugitives can barely get tested. Don't worry, I'm fine. Pretty sure I've got, like, herd immunity by now or something.
Single person can't have herd immunity? I thought you were supposed to be smart.
Think again, bitch. Anyway, I don't want to be late for this thing that's about to happen. Come on, Purse, time to go for a drive. He's just always happy.
He's just got this look on his face.
You and Percy head to Abby's car. She brought a BMW this time, which is a bit less noticeable than cruising around the island in a Bentley. There are a dime a dozen around here. You'll miss the Bentley, though. It served you well, especially in its final moments before it was used as a several $100,000 battering ram. Percy has no idea where you're going. All he can do is glance at your phone sometimes, which you're holding for navigation purposes. You've set a destination for a place near Jackson Point, which is one of the westernmost parts of the island. A place that can facilitate boating activity in a way that's much more discreet than anything going on by the docks near the downtown area. A few times Percy attempts some small talk. You humor him, nodding along, occasionally turning your head to throw him a smile. Seems like he's skirting the topic of his feelings? Something like that. That's nice, Percy. You're super flattered and all, but it would behoove him to come to grips with the magnitude of what's about to take place on this island. In the
Sorry, can I try reading Z? Hold on, I gotta drink water first, though.
Yeah, sure. In the not-too-distant future, some very loud noises may be assailing his ears, but they won't be coming from wedding bells.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh my god!
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
He's about to form outer heaven!
Z is literally making fucking clown out of heaven. I love this.
You pull up near the
Best
docks
game in the world.
and get out of the BMW to find a bunch of guys hanging around. Percy looks bewildered, but your confident demeanor reassures him this is part of the plan. You study his reaction as he connects the dots. Of course he knows what's going on now that he's seen their reactions. Not to him, but you. They're all looking awestruck as you approach. He must realize now these are guys you invited to the island, just like him. But they didn't come by ferry. They arranged their own transport via privately owned boats. You say nothing for a moment, taking it all in. You bask in the hushed reverence. Their disposition is becoming quite familiar to you. Just another bunch of simps for your collection.
These guys kick ass.
I love...
I'm almost disappointed that only one of them is like clowned up in this.
Mm-hmm. One's a completely different utility than Percy. Ones that aren't nearly as soft. You begin eyeing some of the hardware they brought. They came well equipped, just as instructed. These plans were in the works all week, and some of these boats took well over a day of sailing to get here. As you
Has launched a private military company.
This is the best game ever.
As you assess your new recruits, you can feel Percy fidgeting to your side. Clearly he wants some answers. He's wondering why you didn't tell him about this earlier.
I'm telling you now, aren't I?
He obviously can't dispute that, but his body language is still unsatisfied. That's fine. Now's precisely the right time to debrief him so he knows how he fits into the plan.
Sorry, Purse. This was top secret stuff. And we were so busy with financing operations, which were much more important. We've been back-channeling with some of our dedicated followers. One's in it for the long haul. Guys like you know? I asked guys with boats to rally other guys before he goes by. They organize low-key trips here to the west side. No ferries, no downtown action, no heat from cops.
He's clearly grappling with the behind-the-scenes logistics of this. The who's, the where's, the when's.
Some of these boats are from the Massachusetts coast, a few from Long Island. We got sailors here for all up and down the eastern seaboard, actually. Oh wait, shit. I read that wrong.
It's cool.
We got sailors here from all up and down the eastern seaboard, actually. Last I checked with the guys on point here, on point, we almost had 20 boats headed here. But there might have been more added since. You would.
Oh my god, the fucking flag.
Yeah, the flag. The flag's the logo.
You wouldn't believe how psyched these guys were to get the invite. Lol. Well, maybe you would.
Evil insane trans femmes simply cannot help doing maritime crime. This is a closely held opinion of Andrew Hussey, apparently, and I think it's true.
You have to. You have to do water crime.
Yeah.
They're good people.
Maybe
Just a bunch of
like
dedicated, hard-working jewelites, ready and willing to step up and do some crazy shit.
Percy looks overwhelmed, maybe even intimidated to the untrained eye. But you know that isn't it. You can tell exactly what that look is. It's concerned that his role of importance may be rapidly diminishing before his eyes. You put a stop to that quickly.
Don't worry, Purse. I brought you here for a reason. You'll be out front leading this crew in terms of the necessary logistics. Look at this shit. Just a bunch of dudes on boats after a long voyage. Wondering what the fuck to do.
What's better than
Where
this?
they go? Whatever. Whatever. You'll take the reins on that. Yeah, what's better than this? Just guys on boats.
Just guys being boats. Love it.
Just guys being boats.
Yeah. This guy's being both.
I love how I am just permanently a fan of how crappy Percy is drawn.
Yeah. Love that he's drawn
He actually has
such
like
a
a
low
mouth.
Resolution.
He actually has a mouth suddenly, which I'm
Yeah.
interested in.
Interesting. Maybe he will. Maybe he will.
Maybe
regain his
he'll become
pixels.
more detailed as he becomes more important.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But you gotta be careful since the cops are still crawling over this island looking for us. Okay?
He nods, more confidently this time.
Z has just taken this fucking user sim and put him in charge of a fucking maritime militia.
What the fuck do you think this is? Gathering the fucking juggalos? Well, it isn't. Not yet, at least. Don't worry, there'll be a time and place to wear the paint. But for now, you play it straight. Plain clothes, plain faces. You're all just a bunch of average locals, understood? I booked you all a bunch of Airbnbs, so you make yourselves comfortable. And I don't see much of a reason why you should be making plans to honor your checkout dates, if you know what I mean. We're digging the fuck in. Everyone, God, everybody cool.
What's happening?
Really cool with that?
Everybody cool with that? First, make sure all these guys get to whatever they need to go. Ubers, taxis, rent some vans, jack some cars, however you want to do it. Counting on you, man. Now everybody, get going. I don't know what this voice I've invented for Z is.
It's Z's voice.
Yeah.
Z voice.
Blam! And then that's the end of the game.
The end. Give.
Gimme.
I love the way she's looking at that gun.
This is a Vriska face at like
Oh
at
my
a weapon.
Maximum
This is like
risk.
literal. This is literally like a Vriska face at a weapon.
Oh, she's like so ready. She's so ready to kill. Yeah.
I've got content to manage.
Oh yes.
2 weeks later. 5 years later.
Oh my god.
I got some content.
Sports.
Oh my god.
15 million.
After 2 weeks of constant media coverage of your recent exploits, your brand has skyrocketed. Both the video captured by a witness and the dashcam footage have been playing constantly. Members of the press have gathered on the island to cover the manhunt, while the police presence has grown. But the oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
But the
Oh my god.
My god.
wait,
Oh my god.
hold on. Wait, I need to wait. What's going on in this photo? Is that his head? Is that the person's head, or
I
did
think that's.
It's a hat.
the head get blown
This
off?
is a
Or like
great
a clown wig. It could be a clown wig.
No, because
This
look,
is
the
a great clown theory.
the head is tiny compared to their body.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, it's cause this is fucking rotoscoped over an actual picture, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Uh,
But with like Andrew Hussey arms
Uh-huh.
on it. Yeah,
um.
okay, that makes sense.
But the intensification of recent events hardly has been limited to circumstances on the island. The entire country is suddenly ignited in civil unrest over police brutality and the extrajudicial murders of black people at the hands of law enforcement. Something is stirring in America.
This is topical, like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did write it last year.
I think canonically it
it
is
is
now
still-
like
yeah.
like June 2020 in this.
Okay, well then
So,
that
yeah,
makes sense. Yeah.
literally right in there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So wait, so it's okay. So like at the same time as them launching this big clown attack, also riots started, which seems like really great timing.
This is awesome
Yeah.
timing.
This is like what some of us were. I'm wondering if this is just going to be what some of us were hoping for. Some of us being a completely anonymous group of people in proximity to us, that like this was going to be something like.
Yeah, the insurrection is gonna happen now.
Yeah.
That was what it. That
remember
was what
Chaz?
people were talking about. Yeah,
Remember
Chaz.
Chaz?
I went there.
I
I don't live close enough.
remember
would.
Kasi Hedris put out a thing that said if anyone someone asked like, hey, would you guys play at Chaz, and they said if someone invited us to come down, we would play.
Oh my god.
Yeah. How was Chaz? I've never went there.
It was good. There's a lot of stuff going on. We kind of just walked around, and just like basked in it. That's what we did.
I remember Kate went down up and down there a lot, if I recall.
For
Oh,
a tiny brief period of time, Manifest Destiny had been lost in a minuscule way.
have been unmanifested.
I love to unmanifest destiny.
Manifest Destiny.
It's as if the more comfortable parts of the nation decided to finally wake up to the fact they've been living in a police state for longer than they previously cared to admit. But you've noticed another development cropping up alongside this wave of righteous political action. Leeching off the rolling energy of the nation, Jubilites have begun their own gatherings in huge numbers.
In this universe, Post Malone became like an unintentional symbol of the movement.
So while all of the BLM protests were happening,
This is
There's
also
also clown allies.
Jubilites decided this would be a great time to jump in as well. At first, no one thinks.
Juggalos and Black Panthers unite.
No, no one thinks much of another few gangs of painted buffoons slips in between the garish Trump motorcade and doomed boat parades. But before you know it, you can barely point a camera anywhere without televising another preposterous gaggle of circus riffraff clowned up behind their masks. Certainly too many clowns for the comfort of corporate media, but if you're being honest, maybe too many for yours as well. You begin to wonder what you've unleashed upon the nation. Quickly, social media seemed to realize that this was a different flavor of political action. The sheer number of clowns with guns roaming the streets are making the people with all the money and power very nervous. Like maybe the usual methods of
Is this somehow gonna prove to be a fucked up tie-in into that thing from like 2016 where everyone suddenly started talking about how there were like dangerous armed people in clown masks everywhere? Do you remember that?
I remember that.
You're not in America where that was like happening, but that was super a real
Just like-
thing,
just
right?
like
I
in,
wasn't like
clown
hallucinating
sightings.
that.
Yeah,
It was real, and it was awesome.
they should make more clowns.
The Jubilites were real for that precious moment.
They were there.
Like maybe the usual methods of media propaganda aimed at subduing these movements won't work on this crowd. There's a sense that once the clowns are out of the barn, closing the door won't do much good. And maybe
Oh my god.
Pussy.
And maybe there's something to it. As the police escalated their violent brutality in retaliation to the unrest, the Jubilites seized upon the chaos. Once they saw it was possible to drive police out of an area by force, they grew bolder in their aggression. No longer were your clowns an aimless gathering of oddities, a sideshow of loitering fussers. Is that like a sheriff's office? Is that what that blue badge is?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. I
Yeah.
think it's supposed to be
That's a police station, yes.
a police station.
Halsey is correct about this quote that they were on. This will happen when Post Malone winning every Grammy catalyzes the fall of the West in like a few days. Post Malone needs to gather every Grammy like they're the Chaos Emeralds.
And then it'll all just end.
He'll turn into Super Post.
That's what happened in the fucking trailer for this game.
He'll turn into Super Post Malone, also known as Post Post.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I said pre-Malone. I think pre-Malone is pretty
Cream
good.
Malone is like before he
Post
was
Malone
named the
baby
big boss.
evolution.
This is fucking...
You have surpassed even Malone.
No, it's
You are
he
now
stops
Post
being Post
Malone.
Malone, he just becomes Malone.
I have Malone, Destroyer of Worlds.
It's him, Malone.
Dun, dun, the fucking Sephiroth theme starts playing.
I got my motherfucking stim shoes, finally.
Oh fuck yeah.
Sick.
Mhm.
It's my favorite Pinocchio piece song.
They were hijacking the political atmosphere towards their own objectives, and in turn yours. Your detractors got a lot of airtime vilifying your followers for perverting a righteous social movement, and you find it hard to disagree with that point. But neither the slander from bad faith corporate shills nor the legitimate criticism from genuine activists ever seemed to stick. The spectacle of it drew even more people in, who would begin wearing the paint. And the more painted faces showed up, the more your movement appeared to stake its claim as a force entirely distinct from the origins of the civil unrest. A force now taking the momentum of your once modest social media campaign and flooring it. It now looks like the police precincts everywhere may start falling like dominoes, and you see no reason
Almost kinda,
to tell your people to take their huge floppy shoes off the gas pedal.
I'm almost kind of surprised that this wasn't like what Z expected or wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I think it was just like that this stuff happened at like a coincidental time for her.
Z didn't
I-
expect it to work this well, this
Yeah.
fast.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this was Z's endgame and it happened way too fast.
Yeah.
Z had like so many fucking irons in the fire wanting to like settle this shit up, and then like it happened months before any of it went into motion, and now she's just like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, like what?
But you can't put too much personal focus on what's happening around the country, because there's way too much happening locally you need to deal with. You've been ordering your new recruits to take
fucking good at drawing clowns.
Oh my god.
take care of business here on the island where you're forced in hiding. You have a team dedicated to making sure Abby's horse stays fed, for instance. I just
Husky is
realized
literally so fucking good at designing clowns.
this is chapter 5 of 9. What the fuck is gonna happen in the other
What's going to
chapters?
happen in the 4 chapters?
Oh, I just realized. Bottom right. Remember this character from the trailer?
Oh yeah.
Right. You're right. Fuck.
Yeah.
This is like the elite clown group that they've got going on.
This is the circus council. You must defeat each of their members in ascending order to finally face Z.
With the help of Percy, an infrastructure of local Jubilate activity is beginning to emerge, which can operate somewhat autonomously from your direct supervision. Your inner circle directly overseeing this infrastructure has been calling itself Ring Free.
Fuck yes!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever.
Being able to delegate important stuff is good news, considering your health has been in decline. After showing symptoms of COVID-19, you decided to self-quarantine in the Airbnb. Abby and Percy rented another one across town while trying to stay out of view. You hold down the old fort by yourself. You have plenty of time alone to plot and scheme in between your coughing fits and fevered visions. Admittedly, this is not the most fun you've had during your brand's rise to international notoriety.
I almost feel like I could have some opinions about the fact that this Airbnb is full of like nothing but hand sculptures. But I need to like see more of this story to have a take on it.
Yeah.
This feels like something analyzable. Hussey doesn't do this shit for fun.
The carefree days of drinking expensive wine at Abby's house while in perfect health and bullshitting about gender are starting to feel like a distant memory. The administrative needs of your movement don't take a break just because you get sick. The show must go on. Since that day, you went with Percy to meet the first few recruits fresh off their boats. Thousands of additional Jubilites have infiltrated the island using the same method. Boats arrive at the western docks, usually at night. They unload and head back to the mainland for more, while the new recruits settle in whenever they can, or wherever they can. 4 of diamonds?
They're sneaking over the island.
Oh, the card motifs are coming into play. It's happening.
Airbnb and campsites mostly, or some continue living on their boats, and others break into empty summer homes. The fact that thousands of radicalized plainclothes clowns are now covertly occupying this island is the basis for the next series of operations you are planning. To the untrained eye,
Plainclothes clown.
To the untrained eye, your schematics may appear to be total madness, but as you assure yourself frequently, it is anything but. As far as you're concerned, your name could belong with the great tacticians of history someday, but only if you can maintain your focus and see this through, which you admit has been pretty difficult with this illness ravaging your body and mind, and with these damned visions getting more...
What?
Oh, there's the thumbnail. There she was again. At least you think that was her. It's always hard to be sure when it's happening in your peripheral vision, or the periphery of your imagination, you guess. It's strange that you've been seeing her more often than him lately. He was never far from your disturbed hallucinations for obvious reasons. The way he died, the nature of that sickness and what it did to him, it left a mark in your psyche that will probably never go away. But her? You just had a falling out and never spoke again. Is it guilt that's causing your mind to conjure her? You wrestle with the question for days, until finally an unassuming email that you stumbled on in your spam folder provides you with an answer. Someone was trying to collect on a medical bill of some sort. It's an ambulance fee, actually. An ambulance that was used about 2 months ago. They're trying to collect the bill from you, but the person originally billed wasn't you. It was her. The fact that they're trying to collect from you instead of your mother must mean it couldn't be. Could it? You do some more digging. You call the hospital where the ambulance drops her off. After some time on hold, you confirm. It's not the fact that she's dead that blows your mind. It's the date. April 20th. She caught COVID in early April and died on 4/20, the day this lunacy all began. She's been dead for almost 7 weeks, and you never even knew it. Aside from being stunned by the revelation, you feel nothing. You only ever had one bullet of grief in the chamber, and you used that when your dad died. You made the most of that bullet too. Used it to drive yourself insane, quit school, and run off to an island. If your dead mum is expecting any tears from you, she's shit out of luck. But you know she wouldn't be expecting anything of the sort. It's why she never called. Maybe she had different plans for you, plans that she didn't even know she had, or an impact on your life she didn't know she was causing. Perhaps it was the invocation of a dying curse from a bitter old woman, and that's what you've been contending ever since the night she passed. You don't really associate the death of your parents with grief or loss anymore. That was just another one of society's lies, that these were things you were supposed to feel. I'm just rearranging the sentence on my my line. You're a professor? Yeah, this is getting real good.
Yeah.
Instead, you feel like their departure represents a burdensome touch that is being passed, an inheritance of sorts. All the psychological baggage a parent accumulates their whole life. And when they die, that lifetime of manic energy, the striving and struggling, the failures and disappointments, the things they wish they became but never did, all of it has nowhere to go when the body dissolves, so it all flows right into you.
Hey, this was one of the themes that we wrote about once upon a time.
This was.
This is also like a theme that Hussey is super touched on a bunch before.
Yeah.
It's a good theme.
That's how it was with your
It's a
dad.
theme that I think about.
That's how it was with your dad, watching him slip away slowly. The feeling of initial sadness for him was gradually twisted into something that was nothing like sadness at all. More like a screaming inside that got louder every day. You watched his desperation grow as he knew the end was near. He was being devoured in his final days by the feeling that he wasn't given nearly enough time on Earth. He fell so far short of turning his life into the thing he once imagined it would be, and the results of staring into this abyss was utter panic. And where does all that panic go? Who feels the blame, the sense of accusation, the demented rage over the unfairness of it all? It was you. Your true inheritance is this tortured understanding, an implied contract since the day of your birth, that you will be all that remains of his legacy. That now it's up to you to bring meaning through familial continuity into a life he just went into to painful lengths to make clear he barely even considered worth living himself. But you had no intention of honoring that inheritance. The contract was worthless, partly because you never agreed to it, but more importantly, you gained disturbing insight into its author in the process of watching him die. You didn't lose respect for him. It was somehow worse than that. You began to question his agency as a human being. You questioned his humanity itself. As the sickness tore away at him, it took little bits of his mind along the way. Your father's intellect and personality were being dismantled in such alarming ways you began to wonder if you even knew what a human being was anymore. But you don't really wonder anymore. You think you simply understand now. A person is a phenomenal illusion, carefully held together by healthy neurons, which once disrupted, appear as a series of hellish algorithms firing the wrong way, all the time, for the express purpose of creating horror in all those who believed they loved him. They believed they loved him because they believed he was real, not merely a jumble of algorithmic insanity which just happened to be executing in a proper sequential order most of the time. Is that what you are too? A bunch of psychopathic, inhuman algorithms firing until you get everyone who joins your movement killed? Or if your algorithms aren't quite satisfied with that, until you rip this country apart and get everyone killed? Man, using JPEG artifacts.
Oh my god.
This is some of the best use of JPEG artifacting I've seen ever.
Holy shit.
JPEG, the pain.
I feel like everyone who has ever critiqued Hussey's writing style needs to shut the fuck up now.
Oh my
They
god.
already needed to shut the fuck up, but like they really need to shut the fuck up.
The coughing fits are heavier now, more frequent. You know this must be her influence. It makes no sense in any scientific way, but you can just feel it. Her ghostly hand closing around your throat. Your dad's curse was bestowing his existential insanity upon you, the burden of striving for the American dream which cracked your brain and sent you running away for good. Your mum never forgave you for it, so her dying curse is this disease, the same one that claimed her, and you know how she thinks. Why shouldn't you have to suffer the same way she did? COVID-19 is highly contagious, but you wonder if anyone's yet realized it can be transmitted psychically by a vengeful spirit. Physically, psychic, whatever.
Psychically.
What are we post? yeah, like, using artifacting here is, because if you know how JPEG artifacts exist, it's that it's a point of compression that usually happens along some kind of change in color or like some sort of small detail that gets compressed. Somewhere where you can default like a palette a bit, and crush the bit rate of an image. What the fuck is the well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There are blocks in the image.
So using that to like highlight detail that you might not be able to see otherwise, and to make it very gross looking, it's excellent.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's probably time to just throw in the towel. Just stop all this running and hiding and turn yourself over to the cops before you can endanger anyone else. Sure, you disappoint a lot of people that way. Millions who have become deeply invested in your defiance of this brutal, imperialistic police state. But the disappointment resulting from letting them all down would be a blessing at this point, relative to the scale of damage that misfires of your algorithmic insanity could be truly capable of. Or maybe you don't even need to turn yourself in. Maybe the fact that your mum is trying to kill you here and now is her final act of mercy. For you and everyone else. Maybe it'll just knock you off before you even get the chance to realize your full destructive potential.
Oh shit. Go ahead, you bitch. This is what you wanted. Isn't it, Mom? Fucking coughing. Sorry.
It's okay.
So go ahead and fucking drag me into the fucking grave with you already.
Ding dong!
Oh my god.
You hear the doorbell ring. Now who the fuck could that be? Oh, it's Percy. He's just dropping off some supplies for today. You really need to calm down. This city has been obviously been making you paranoid. There's clearly nothing to worry about. Oh yeah, there's a car here.
Followed. No, don't look, fool. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Get in here, quick. Fuck. Yeah, they were telling you. Look at this shit. We're fucking surrounded. It must be the entire precinct out here. Precinct. Percy, you can't be this sloppy. You fucked it all up. Okay, I'm sorry. This isn't your fault. I probably should have had a different guy bringing me shit. You were already on their radar. Damn. I'm just pulling you deeper into hot water, don't I? Don't worry, I'll get out of this shit. I'll get us both out. All I need to do is accelerate the plan a little bit.
Percy's face seems to ask the question. Plan?
It was inevitable anyway. Just not just here. Everywhere in the country, apparently. These fuckers have a lot of blood on their hands. Their crimes.
No.
The clown crimes. Their crimes are finally catching up with them.
Yeah! Oh. Ring 3.
Oh, police.
Oh, fuck!
Did the clowns infiltrate the police?
That would be so good.
No, I think they're about to just show up and fucking get them.
Or they might just show up and just get them.
I am so fucking excited about this.
Flash!
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god, this is... Oh my fuck.
Okay.
Classic Clark Powell would-win section. Oh, fuck yes.
No fucking way.
Oh my god.
There's so many.
RPGs!
Oh my god.
They have RPGs.
God. Oh my god.
Those are just guys.
She makes it dudes.
Percy died? Oh shit.
Oh, he was on real for a second there. Oh god, he was drawn real. Oh god, the fucking graphic fidelity is coming from Z's perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well?
God.
Jesus. Poor Sim
Yeah.
didn't even get any lines this chapter. So it's really in depth.
Yeah.
Percy didn't get any lines the last chapter either.
Percy had like lines before he existed.
Percy didn't make it, but there's no time for tears. Now that you've gotten this far with the accelerated version of your plan, there's no turning back. You need to put this whole thing into motion.
Is there...
With the execution of this command, hundreds of Jubilite teams spring into action. Guys crawling out of the woodwork, and almost every well-populated location on the islands. But none of these guys are armed. In fact, none of them look remarkable in any way. They could all easily be mistaken for locals, and they will be. Your assiduously planned false flag operations begun. Anyone who looked at just one of the viral videos showing your plainclothes Jubilites lurching out of homes, grabbing their necks and choking as they collapse onto their lawns and driveway asphalt, might think the performance looked a little fishy. But you planted so many of these guys in so many places, all staging this performance at the exact same time, resulting in so many pieces of independent footage. The full breadth of such content spreading rapidly across social media begins to have an alarming effect. Fucks die! Okay. You have guys harvesting all the footage coming in, searching out the best stuff. The most gripping, scariest portrayals of an invisible airborne agent cutting down the locals of Nantucket Island right outside their homes, and releasing the content strategically to optimize the proliferated shock.
Oh my god.
Then comes a few other touches, which requires no effort or planning at all. Real panic. Not from your guys, but from the true locals who start catching onto what's happening. Actual people streaming in the background of your footage near the pretend bodies, running away, getting into cars, peeling down residential roads. The panic isn't just good for optics. It's the entire purpose of the charade. Nobody gets hurt. They all just get out.
Oh my god, Z just fucking wiped the island.
The panic begins with a trickle.
He was island and then takes it.
But once the media starts running the footage, it turns into a flood. Creating a stampede of people trying to leave the island all at once ordinarily would be irresponsible, you think. It would be if you didn't have a transportation plan ready to go, which of course you do. If there's one thing you and your Sims army isn't short on, it's boats. All the boats that brought them here, plus a whole lot more which were idle in the ports waiting to be repurposed, are at the ready of the surge of frightened locals. Your teams take charge, yelling at the crowds which way to go. They load, cast off, and when they drop them at the mainland, the empty boats will just turn around and head back for more. The whole fleet will keep at it, all night long if needed, until the island holds no one who wants to leave. As chaos swirls around the media in response to this attack, there are real questions about what actually happened, even as everyone flees in desperation just to be safe. Questions about who was responsible for the attack, whether it was even real, and why approximately 40 police officers were slaughtered in a shootout just as the attack begun. It's finally a true home for clowns. Clown Sans front deck. The big beautiful boats. There's so many boats here. Even the fucking. I guess they got the ferries as well.
Yeah.
And the talking heads of corporate media will surely spin, as they always do. But this is a narrative for you to control, not through your dispatch team's false flags or leaked footage. As the leader of the Jubilite movement, this is something you need to address personally. It's too important to let wait. You'll fight through the pain of your gunshot wounds and the shortness of breath caused by the virus, and begin streaming to your fans right away. You announce to the world that federal authorities appear to have deployed a vicious biochemical attack intended to target you and the members of your movement, which have been organizing on this island. They've seen how dangerous the Jubilites have been to the stability of state and corporate power, and they decided to crush the opposition at its source. But you and your most loyal supporters survived, retreating into shelters until the attack subsides. You go on to urge any civilians who haven't evacuated yet to leave for their own safety. You seize upon the moment to swear vengeance on the state, which committed this atrocity, to continue escalating the many pockets of insurgency already boiling across over the country. No reason to waste an opportunity to continue taking the fight to them. Over the last week of riots, you've seen state power bleed, and as long as there's blood in the water, you might as well release your sharks. Fighting for errors makes the transmission difficult. At first you curse your luck again, wondering if it's even possible to have contracted this disease at a worse time. But as you desperately cough out your angry statement to the world, you realize it's just a nice touch. Oh, it's a nice touch. It helps sell the idea that you've just survived the biochemical attack. Once you recover, if you recover, you'll tell Abby you couldn't have scripted it any better if you tried. You can't call her to brag about the bleeding of the stuck pig that is the United States of America just yet. There's your own bleeding to attend to. And that of fallen comrades.
Oh my god.
More psychic damage. Despite the losses suffered today, you can't help but reflect on what a successful implementation of pranks this has all been. Really not a bad day of work for a concept you bullshitted into existence through a series of hallucinatory revelations. You suddenly wonder if the founding fathers ever had similar thoughts about the Constitution. None of that material was anywhere near as fun or cool as yours, though. Still, whatever moves they made or words they wrote, you guess it was strong enough to earn them all several centuries of retroactive dick-sucking in the history books. Even Washington's lowliest of simps probably got their and yours will too.
Hussy's on this one again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, loyal simp.
Oh my god.
You are the first casualty of war.
This is the
Oh my
most
God.
piece of media ever created.
Oh my god.
No piece of
Fucking-
media has ever contained more.
More what? More.
More.
Oh, and down she goes.
No, that's some. Oh no, that's a dick.
Dead cop.
And that's chapter 5.
Well?
Oh my god.
Fucking well?
This is halfway through the story.
Interesting. I'm glad. I'm
Feels
glad
like
that I
Hussy was
picked up.
holding back for all of Homestuck.
Yeah, yeah.
He did say he was working at 1% power. This is 5% power?
This is
5? Hello? I
Yeah,
want
he
to see
said-
100 right now.
He said that this
I
was
don't think he
5% of his
wants to.
power. I
I'm
would
ready
like-
for 100. I'm
want
built
to.
different.
I am too. But I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush the guy.
No.
Maybe the
Uh,
next
Like
project after
fun.
Psycholonials will be at 100%.
Well,
Oh yeah, I was. Huh?
oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm glad that I picked up on doing like the Z thing because you
A
had to
lot of
read a lot.
narration in this one.
Yeah,
for
there's a lot of
Freya.
narration.
Yeah,
So
yeah, thank you. I need to delegate. I need roll as many roles as I can dedicated with this shit. Oh, is there a thing here? Sorry, I hope the next step. Also, it's worth going to the cast menu and looking at all the names of the background characters.
what?
More options? Oh, there isn't. Oh my god. Okay, shit.
What?
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't.
he's like,
Oh my god.
I didn't know this was here.
Fuck
Oh my
yeah,
God.
this is new. This wasn't here.
Thank you, thank you, Sensei Circuit. Also, I also hope that the next chapter is the full Realm chapter. So we got Clown Gender Z, we got Horse Female Abby, we got Guy Percy, we got Horse David Hasselhoff, Hero Clown Toners, we got Z and Apple Pie.
Wait, you're gonna unlock more clown sonas?
Oh, Witnesses. Bertrand.
Friend.
Wait, so what is this triangle? Is that just the
It's the
triangle
gender
where they are on the triangle?
Oh, it's the gender triangle of like where they are on gender.
So we got Hazel, Morris, Gulliver. We got all of these boaters. Nintendo.
Nintendo.
The
I mean,
non-binary.
that is how non-binary people be naming themselves.
Uh-huh.
We got
Rice.
Salty as well.
Are these like, is this like a, oh my god.
Spaghetti Feet, the clown. We got and we got Royal Nemo. Street Fighters. Who are these?
These are the ones that were like on the roof shooting.
Oh.
Now I do love horse non-binary. That's an
gender
energy.
non-binary, like extreme non-binary.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Push Rufflecopter. I love that.
Pooch Rufflecopter.
Pumpernickel.
These nuts covered by...
These nuts come by here.
Yeah.
Pumpernickel. I love this.
Rooftop Gorillas. We got Gamble Spam. Non-binary. Lumberdunk. Sugarberry.
Very
Wheat.
I love wheat.
Boogaloo Van Buren. Rascal Tooth Hootenanny. Barrel Boot. Wiggle Dump Primavera.
I missed this shit.
I
If there's
love.
one thing Andrew Husky can do, it's name the fuck out of some clowns.
These nuts cumberband.
Filibuster Damp Saddle.
Damp Saddle.
Slippery Murgatroyd. Rhubarb Bonanza. Hobbit Von Popsicle. And Raucous Lasagna.
Ruckus lasagna.
Yeah.
These
Love this.
These feel like fucking Kickstarter backer names, but they're not, because there wasn't any kind of crowdfunding for this. What is shop? Oh, there's a four fence buy fence?
They sell things on there.
I had no idea that there was already a thing set up for that. Oh my god, there is. There's
What do they
no.
sell on there?
It's just shuts right now.
Just like the logo, I assume.
I feel like it's dangerous giving people these shirts.
Oh my
now.
god, the club. Wait, it's just the shirts of the symbol.
If you
That's
buy
just-
if you
they're
buy one of
fucking-
those shirts with
Wait.
a symbol on it, you end up on an FBI watch list.
There's one with a bit crush like K-pop idol that shirt called Popular Korean Music Boy Wearing Straw Hat, all caps. Hold on, let me put this on stream.
I have to go onto stream.
Personally, I wish that Andrew Hussey didn't do it with For Fans by Fans, just on account of the fact that
They
For
suck.
Fans by Fans is bad.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's probably because he probably still has like a
Yeah, there's a pre-existing relationship there.
yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me quickly I never use browser sources because you shouldn't, but I am now because I don't want it to accidentally catch the wrong window. Hold on a second.
What is this bit? Like this? I guess this is one of the shirts that they have in the
Wait,
in the game.
why does my browser source? Why does my browser
Why
source
is
have
it
chroma
like
key?
that?
Wait, why does my browser source have chroma key? what? OBS? Hello?
How did it even do that?
Chroma keys your web browser out.
Hold on a second. So this is one of the shirts that's on this site. There's also this one called Fashion Girl, which I'll quickly just put up. Okay, this one. No, never mind. This one also chroma keyed. Fashion Girl Lover 1.
Yeah, these are the shirts that they wear in.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume there's probably gonna be more stuff going on for that soon. Let's look at the other stuff here. We got links. Okay, that's just because the Psycholonials.com. There's a lots one still, and there's music, which yeah, is for the Bandcamp. They're selling all the EPs individually for about like $1.50 each, which is fair. That's like 50 cents a track. I didn't realize.
That's more than fair.
I didn't realize it was 3 tracks an EP. Oh god, it's actually 5 tracks on one of them.
I
Still
think the
150.
EPs are just each chapter and all the new music that was in that specific chapter.
Yeah, I just didn't notice there was so much new music each one. Well,
that was amazing.
yeah, it was really good. Yeah. Well,
Well, activity happened.
yeah. So,
Love when clown activity happens.
news and Psycholonial streams, because I think it's probably important to mention this. Next week, no new chapter has been released. If you look on the website schedule, you'll see that on the 17th of March is blank. And chapter 6 is coming out on the 24th of March, which is chapter 6 of 9.
God.
Just to give us time to process all of that.
Yeah.
Gotta wait.
So, if you regularly watch Photonic Dog Broadcasting Television, Technologies Company, you'll know that I usually stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I don't usually stream on Wednesdays. I'm not planning to with Wednesdays, but I might be shifting my schedule around soon, because the best way to put it is that I have stuff to do on Thursdays, and I don't really like streaming on Thursdays anyway, because I have to work, like, on a day-to-day basis. So, and it would be nice to have at least one stream that I can go a little later on, because obviously Tuesday and Sunday are both work nights. So we might be moving to Friday. It might be Tuesday, Friday, Sunday coming up soon, but we'll see. I don't want to give any strong announcements yet. But yeah, from now on, it's until I say otherwise, it's normal schedule. But sometimes Thursday streams might be on a Wednesday or a Friday, and I'll try to announce ahead of time in future. This specific time, I thought I had. Okay, I know I said this yesterday. That I thought I had announced it already, and then I didn't. But I thought I announced today's stream earlier, and I didn't, which is why the announcement came 15 minutes before the stream went live. Sorry, but also, you won't need to rely on announcements if you follow photonicdog.twitch.tv. Wait, that's not how it was. Twitch.tv/photonicdog, and you'll be alerted as soon as I go live. But you can follow Twitter, because I do announce what I'm streaming. But now that Twitch seems to be not fucking around with their little schedule utility, I'm actually going to start using it. So yeah, you can follow and check an eye on the schedule, because on Sunday we're going to be streaming Broken Reality, which is going to be fun. Let me quickly move on to the end screen, but yeah, we don't have a lot of other stuff planned for today. Just wanted to kind of get chapter 5 up. So yeah, if you tune in on Sunday, we'll be streaming Broken Reality, which is a fun little first-person game that I've seen people pair up with Hypnospace Outlaw. So I'm excited, because the aesthetic looks fun as fuck. But yeah, sorry, just wanted to add that point. Next week there won't be any Psycholonials, because there won't be any new chapter, but we will be streaming each chapter after that in succession, apart from on the 7th of April, where that's another break week, where a chapter will be released. But yeah, how are we feeling about Psycholonials right now?
Shout out to clowns. Let's get some shout outs to some clowns.
Shout out to clowns.
Shout out to clowns. Contributed a lot to the society. And like,
We live in a clown society.
we do live in a clown society.
We do.
I have a build of I made a build in New Lux about
Wait,
10 seconds
wait,
ago.
wait,
I'm
but-
playing through it and I feel completely insane.
Is this something you want to talk about on stream? Because I can't restart the stream
Literally,
again.
who gives a shit? There's 6 people on the stream and they all follow me on website.
Oh, on website?
Anyway,
On website.
it's definitely not going how I thought it would go. I'm so excited to see how it ends and if anything will come of the fake out decision buttons. I'm interested to see how the fake out decision buttons will go. I definitely think that the fake out decision buttons are sort of a back reference to PestaQuest and FriendSim, where there were decisions
I have a theory
buttons.
about this, actually.
Well, I was going to say that where they're like decision buttons, but the thing is that those decision buttons, and they touch on that point in both those games, that they don't really matter because you get the bad ends, and there's only one end that matters, so your decisions don't actually really matter.
Yeah.
And I think that they're playing on that, and they're probably going to go into that same sort of general idea in the same way that Toby Fox and Deltarune kind of like made it clear that part of the point was that there was no alternate ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's probably to establish that there will not be like dialogue decisions throughout the game.
Mhm.
I think we'll get to make one, and I think it won't matter, is like my theory on this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My theory on it is that like after playing for a while, you will actually unlock the ability to do it, like the one at the beginning, and then it won't do anything. Or it'll just be worse.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. You'll get to do one, and it will be like bad.
Mhm. But yeah, I personally really been enjoying it. I think this is like, we talked about how people do not give Hussey enough credit for the way he writes like subject matter. Like a lot of people kind of pass it off as him like trying to be cool and failing, but which I think misses the point, because I don't think he's trying to be cool or anything. It's not a performative measure. He's just setting his story in like the now, and like talking about the culture of the now as like an integral part of the story.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, obviously the way people are acting in this and the way things are happening is obviously exaggerated. You know, like it's obviously not part to part like completely real to the way things like that go in real life, but it's still clearly emulative of something. It's emulative of an existing culture.
It's an exaggeration of like an interpretation of like what now is like.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that it works.
Yeah, same.
And like people are like, I guess people are very like, oh, he's just trying to be cool, but like he wasn't like young when he made Homestuck when it started.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of people give Hussey a lot of shit, just pretty much for no reason at this point. They
I
give him
mean-
shit because he's the guy who gets shit for making things.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know,
he's the guy who made Homestuck, so that's why.
yeah. I think people online consistently forget that a lot of people are just people who are out there and not like mythical figures that only exist in like the confines of discourse. And it kind of muddies the discussion of any kind of Hussey's works, I think.
Partially, I think it's because a lot of people don't know somebody who is at least like famous or anything, and because of the way that brand culture works, those like people's public-facing personas are very larger than life, and specifically built not to be like people. So when like someone who has never known someone famous, even like in a small internet way, is like confronted with this person who like has a public persona, they don't like see that person as human exactly.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
guess, like, I don't know. I never understood it, mostly because I've been, like, exposed to reasonably famous people from a young age. But, like, I could see how somebody who, like, didn't know anybody and wasn't in those circles and was, like, growing up 13, 14, 15, with people who never, ever, ever had a chance to make an impact in, like, an internet that is antithetical to making any sort of impact unless you have money. How those people, like, see a celebrity and go, oh, that's not a human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, product, consumable item.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely works. It, like, kind of factors into the way we consume art as a culture. You know, like that art is like when somebody is like when somebody's famous and they produce art, be it like a video game or music or funny posts, which are themselves an art form, even if they're not a very, like, you know, constituted or respected art form. Comedic posts online are still an art form. It's a manner of expression. People just sort of like deify them as these sort of figures that exist as
they're like entities that just exist in the world.
because
Yeah.
all they exist to you as is the person who makes the thing you like. So, like, you don't like, without any personal thing, you're just like, well, they only exist in reference to the work they make, so that's all I'm going to recognize them as. Which is, you know, it's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to think about people. Yeah, it definitely rears its ugly head a lot in our culture. I think, like, with the way people just treat other people, like, on what they make.
Every fucking stream we have, like, the gang's little hate internet corner.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't hate the internet. In theory, in concept, I love the internet. I just hate what people are doing to the internet. I think the internet is...
The internet, like technology in general, like, keeps people alive even. I never want to say, like, technology is bad, I just hate the way technology is used.
Like, I think...
In one hand, like, I say world sucks, but in reality, there is nothing I love more than the world.
I think...
Yeah, like whenever I'm like seeing people do like weird shit with computers, I'm just like, that is like useless, like fucking Bitcoin. I'm like, what are people doing with computers? It's not that computers are bad.
Yeah, like the computers and internet and stuff like that, and like these spaces are at most value neutral and at best value positive, but like they're being actively made worse. Like, I mean, I say that while also believing that places like Twitter and Facebook are just like condemned by design, because the manner of which like they work is based upon engagement, which is unhealthy to like
Facebook
humans.
And Twitter aren't websites.
They're places you shout at.
Facebook and Twitter aren't websites, they're Netflix shows.
They are.
I keep re-saying this theory, but I'm always so right that I'll never shut up about it. All media is a Netflix show now.
All media is Netflix shows, yeah.
Twitter is an interactive video game that's bad.
Twitter
is a fun little utility for poor people to get online and yell at other poor people for not donating to each other's crowdfunding measures.
Yeah, it would be nicer if people directed the energy towards the reason people had to make crowdfunding efforts instead of that. Although I think I could extend that to literally every single social problem and every single way that people online discuss social problems, but I think we're getting too far off track there. But yeah, I think for now we're just gonna finish up.
PhotonicDog.twitch.tv officially condones logging off.
I usually run streams longer than this, to be clear. Like, in most nights I would play something after this, something like, I don't know, Dead by Daylight or something else, but I don't know. I think this stream is good as it is, and I'm just gonna leave it up here. Yeah.
Pretty often recently.
Yeah. We had.
Nice to have a full streaming schedule. Like, we all got shit to do. You don't like.
I mean, we had a
Your
fucking.
lives don't revolve around this channel, and they shouldn't.
We had like a 4-hour stream on Sunday and a 3-hour stream yesterday, and the 4-hour stream on Sunday was like the biggest stream I've done so far. So, you know.
That was good. I'm kind of mad that I fell asleep like 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
My schedule was completely broken.
Yeah,
I will be there next time.
we'll do another GeoCities archive diving stream. Don't worry about that. And we got
We can do the Flash game archive diving stream first.
we got many bigger streams coming soon. Yeah,
We have some really
Stove.
I ended the stove exactly. We got
a significant number of coppers in the microwave.
no, don't do that.
That's bad.
Don't put those ones in. But yeah,
I call that's what I have a bad idea.
Copper in the microwave, you just hear an explosion in the background.
I'm gonna. But yeah, we got bigger streams coming, and every time those streams and these streams get reception, those plans get bigger. So, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow if you like the stream. We'll have more streams soon. On Sunday, we're going to be playing Broken Reality. It seems like every time I cut off the stream, it flows by like this is always chat that's playing. Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming. Have a lovely night. See you around. Psycholonials.